You are watching the following presentation of the Dream Season Football League. Football is what we do. Week 12's edition of DSFL Radio is the Seahawks and the St. Louis Rams. Thank you for tuning in.
Hello friends, Nick Rice here along with Noel Booker, who will arrive with us here shortly. Nothing better than division rivalries, and there is a big one here in the NFC West. St. Louis 8-2 on the season, while of course Seattle 5-5 despite a lackluster 1-3 division mark. Seattle is last in the NFC West coming into this one, but could get a huge boost here with a win today. Now we check in with the third member of our crew, Daniel Orogwin, who has the status of the upcoming matchup. Daniel?
Thanks, Nick. One big part of the same matchup back in Week 1 was the Seattle defense. The Rams, with a huge offense averaging 27 points per game, was held to just 2 touchdowns last time to go, along with a rattled Kurt Warner. If the Seahawks defense can create the same defensive pressure and turnovers, this could be one long day for Warner and the Rams offense. Nick, back to you.
We are just about set for the start of this one. Kickoff coming up next. Welcome one and all to beautiful St. Louis, Missouri. Brown and the Seahawks to kick. It is a beautiful 72 degrees in the dome as it is closed and set to room temperature. Hakeem takes it to the 36-yard line, and that is where the St. Louis offense will take over. First and 10, ball on the 36-yard line, and it is Warner to throw, and Falk is there for the screen, and he gains 5 yards on the play. Lofa Tutupu to bring him down at the 41-yard line, and it brings up a second down and 5 for Warner, who is behind center. Falk the single back. They're taking their precious time hiking the ball. They finally do, and it's a gain to Falk, who takes it all the way to the 46-yard line, where it will be 3rd and inches coming up. A big third down for St. Louis, and it seems like they can just fall forward for the first down, but we will see here. Inches to go for the Rams. Man in motion. Back to throw. Play action. Warner has all day. Finally throws it, and it is incomplete. Torrey Holt has to go right through his hands, and Warner could not have put it in any better of a position despite the double coverage. Warner just unable to haul it in, and it brings up a 4th and inches, and St. Louis will send out the punting unit after the 3 and out. Jones towards the right sideline, and it goes out of bounds at the 32 of Seattle. So now Matt Hasselbeck has his first opportunity to eat away at the Rams offense. So now Hasselbeck looking, throwing left, and it is complete to Sean Alexander. He trucks a guy and gets out of bounds after a first down. Gain of 14 on the play. Boy, what an athletic play by Sean Alexander, catching the ball, trucking a man, and going 14 yards for the first down, and a huge opening play for the Seattle Seahawks. On the opening play, as they near St. Louis territory, back to throw. Jackson with the reception, and now they are in St. Louis territory, as 13 yards later, Darrell Jackson has the second first down on this drive. An impressive opening statement by the Seattle Seahawks. Alexander with the toss, and he will squeeze his leg for the first down, and there's the flag.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense. First down.
The St. Louis defender hit him late after he was clearly out of bounds and was unable to make any more contact, and that brings up a 1st and 10 at the 15. Hasselbeck, handoff to Alexander, and he'll break another tackle, and he will scamper his way to the 7-yard line. Alexander, another huge first down, second on his own on this drive, and it has really been impressive by St. Louis as they have just driven this defense back. 2nd and 3 from the 8. Hasselbeck handoff to Alexander, and he is stuffed for the first time. DeMarco Farr standing his ground, getting deep into the backfield. 3rd down and 4, and the Seahawks need to get to the 5 for a first. Hasselbeck throwing left, and it is incomplete. Jackson could not drag 2 feet in, and that will bring up 4th down. Hasselbeck was harassed on that play and was barely able to squeeze it in there towards the sideline. Jackson unable to bring down 2 feet, and now it is 4th down and 8, and they will bring out the field goal unit as Josh Brown has set for the first points of the day. The snap, ball down, kick on the way, and it is good. So, after the St. Louis 3-and-out, Seattle responds, and they do it very quickly. Josh Brown for the first points of the day to Seattle, 3-0 early first quarter. Hasselbeck and the Seahawks looking very sharp early, and if you are Dick Vermeil, you have to be a little concerned about how quickly the Rams were completely gassed down the football field. They were able to hold the Seahawks to a field goal though. 3-0 early in the Edward Jones Dome. Hakeem to the 23-yard line, and now it is the second opportunity for Kurt Warner and this offense. 1st down and 10, ball on the 23-yard line. Warner back to throw, looking, and it is incomplete. So there was an early glimpse of the Seattle pressure on Kurt Warner. He really rattled him out of any sort of attempt at a pass there. He was lucky to get that off for an incomplete pass. If the Seahawks can keep up this pressure, they can really force Warner into some big-time turnovers later on in this game. 2nd down and 10. Play action, looking right, and it is intercepted. There is the turnover. Marcus Trufant getting in front of the Warner pass, and that is the first interception of Kurt Warner on the day. And that's what pressure does to you. Eventually, throughout the afternoon, over the course of the day, over the course of a season, the pressure starts to get there, you rush a throw, and you turn it over. So the interception brings up a 1st down and 10 in St. Louis territory for the Seattle Seahawks. Sean Alexander for a gain of 5, and that caps off a 23-yard rushing performance so far in this first quarter on only 4 carries. Hasselbeck, stretch play for Alexander, and he is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3 on the play. And for once in this ball game, the Rams defense is able to corral Sean Alexander before he can get to the marker. So now 3rd down and 8. Hasselbeck from the gun, looking, throwing, and is complete to Warwick, but he'd be short of the 1st down. Boy, did that look like a conservative call. I mean, on 3rd down and 8, you have to try and get for the 1st down, especially when you're riding the momentum like this off the Marcus Trufant interception. Brown on the field goal attempt, and the kick is good from 47. Brown makes it a 6-0 game here in St. Louis. We'll be right back with the DSFL radio after this message and a word from your local station. Welcome back to DSFL Radio. 1:30 remaining, first quarter. Kickoff will be received by Az Hakeem, and he takes it to the 23. So this Rams offense, struggling all first quarter, will have another chance here, down only by 6. The Seahawks have only mustered out 2 field goals so far today, despite the great field position. Warner throwing, and is caught, fumbled the football. Conwell, and is picked up by Bulware. Oh my goodness, another huge turnover for the Seahawks. Ernie Conwell could not hold on to the football, and it's a 3rd turnover this quarter by St. Louis. A terrible way to start this football game. Boy, that's just a ball you have to reel in, and you can't lay it on the ground. 1st down and 10, ball on the 35. Handoff to Alexander, and he gets stuffed. after a gain of 7. Now we check in with a third member of our crew, Daniel Arguin.
Thanks, Nick. The biggest part of the Seahawks that was addressed pre-game was the pressure from the linebacker position. So far in this first quarter, the Seahawks have gotten in Warner's face and have created some mistakes. Back to you in the booth.
Thanks, Daniel. And yeah, you hit it right on the head. Warner has had constant pressure throughout this first quarter. He has been unable to get a clean pocket throughout the afternoon, and has caused 3 turnovers here in this first quarter. A huge positive impact of the Seahawks' pressure. So on 3rd down and 4, the pass will be short of the first down, bringing up yet another 4th down. Another 3 and out for the Seahawks, and another field goal attempt coming from Brown to make it 9-0 here. Snap, ball down, kick, and it is off the upright, no good. Josh Brown, his kick hits right off the right upright and falls out of the field goal post. A huge missed opportunity there, and now Warner and the Rams will take over from the 33. Throwing, and it is complete to Holt, and he's got the first down, the second one so far today. Holt just rebounding that ball over the shorter Andre Dyson that play. It was just a throw it up top and get the big rebound there for Torrey Holt. And now it's a first down and 10 nearing Seattle Seahawks territory. Warner back to throw, and it is caught by Holt yet again, and this time he does a somersault and still snags that football for a gain of 9 on the play. So now 2nd down and 1 as we near the end of the first quarter. Warner looking, throwing, and is complete to Falk, but he is out of bounds, short of the first. No gain there on the play as Lofa Tutupu, the big linebacker, held his ground that time. Warner, handoff to Marshall Falk, and he's got the first down and a gain of 4 yards. And that will reach the end of the first quarter here in St. Louis. And boy, it has been an exciting first quarter. Seahawks up 6-0 and a lackluster early start for the St. Louis offense. We will come back with second quarter action after this message and a word from your local station. Hello friends, and welcome back to the second quarter of DSFL Radio. St. Louis now in the hurry-up mode as they are down by 6 and have had enough of this early sluggish start. Pass is complete to Ricky Prohl for a gain of 25 yards and a huge first down, getting into the Seattle red zone. So after the big completion, it brings up a 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Conwell, the man in motion. Warner looking, throwing right, and it is complete to Prohl, or we'll see. No, he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass, and that brings up a 2nd down and goal now. Ball on the 8-yard line. Warner from the gun. 2 receivers to each side. Falk, the lone back. Back to throw. Looking right, and it is caught. I don't know. No, incomplete. Another incomplete pass as Marshall Falk could not keep 2 feet in bounds. And now that brings up a 3rd down and goal from the 8. Warner back to throw. He's got pressure looking to the end zone. Dropped. Torrey Holt could not bring in that reception. And yet again, the St. Louis Rams are unable to convert on 3rd down. This time a huge drop by Holt because he had a touchdown, but that brings up a 4th down and goal, and they will bring out the field goal unit. The kick by Wilkins is good. And so the first points of the day for the Rams makes it 6-3 early in the second quarter. Here's the kickoff by Wilkins that will be received by Justin Forsett, and he takes it past the 20, 25, and he is dragged down at the 31-yard line. So 1st down and 10. And the Seahawks offense has been a little lethargic for the past couple of series. They have gotten things going, but have had to settle for field goals. Sean Alexander from the stretch, and he fights his way for 3 yards on the play. 2nd down and 7. Handoff, Alexander, and he is taken down after a gain of 2. DeMarco Farr with the tackle. 3rd down and 5, back to throw. Looking, and it is incomplete. Pressure there.